Howdy folks, welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. I am, and continue to be, the mysterious JG. I am, and will always be, your friend. Live long and prosper. Yeah. So anyway, we're hunting down the ghosts of Jack's seriously fucked up past. Let's keep going with that. Hi guys. This feels like a final battle.
It's Kira. Yeah, the intruders are here. You want them dead? We have to talk credits. You promised us lots of salvage, but this place is a waste.
Teenage
Fine,
wasteland,
put 'em
you're
down.
all
But
wasted.
I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
Surrender now, prepare to fight me out. That's right.
What are you doing here?
First, we're gonna
That's a
build,
Paragon way to say it.
then we'll see.
We've been spotted.
On my own.
Yeah, you've been spotted, eh? Well, won't stop me. You bitches. Ready to skate. Is there a dude? Yeah, this dude's like right there. That's part of our problem. Jack, can you deal with them? No? Okay. He wants suppression. He wants it now. It was Lu Bu couldn't see us there.
Coming in close.
This guy's got a lot of defensive shit going on. Somebody off to our right there. Oh yeah. It's getting pretty dang close. Should really be saving my big ammo for their leader guy over there. Thank you. He got all of his shit back. Well, his barrier's back. His armor, I guess, is permanently gone. But his barrier he gets to replenish. Alright, well this sucks. He's off to find another path to kill us. I guess the time compression ended there.
Only room left is my old cell. Whoever Aresh is in there. I want to plant the bomb there anyway. Might as well do it on his corpse.
Literally the only room left in this torture facility is your room. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so I guess I should have let the last video continue another 5 minutes and have wrapped this whole thing, but yeah, whatever. You live, you learn. So it's probably not even worth looking around for ammo clips because Aresh will probably be a plot conversation more than a battle. It's possible that it won't be, but even if it isn't, even if it is a battle rather than a plot conversation, it would, if it's going to take place in her cell, which is removed from all the other cells, then I'm still thinking that it'll be in close quarters and not really a sniper rifle kind of fight. Alright, let's do this thing. Beetle, eyeball, eyeball. Copper beetle. Copper rock. Yeah. Monies. And that door is closed because we can't backtrack. It's time to end this thing. After we grab some more ammo, which we probably won't use. Because while you don't get your metagel back or your heavy weapon ammo back, you at least get a full frickin' thermal clip when you win a mission in this game. Jesus.
Come out. We know you're here.
Come out, wherever you were. Oh, he's probably a guilt-ridden Cerberus guy who likes
My
Jack.
name is Aresh, and you're breaking into my home. I know you, Subject Zero. So
You're the
many
salvage
years
I
have
came
passed,
for.
and I thought I was the only survivor.
A long
My name
time
is Jack.
has passed.
How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us so their experiments wouldn't kill you. You were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
If I'm the question, why don't I have a blank face and a purple fedora? Sting. A long time has passed. Think about it, Sting. Who would want to see you? A broken, defeated man. I'll give you a clue. California, 86. Sorry, it's that black square.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
I tried to forget this, but a place like this, it doesn't forget you. It follows you. I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece.
Gonna turn it into a
I'm
farm.
gonna find out what they knew, how to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility.
Why?
It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
Seems like a funny approach, Aresh.
You do the same thing to new kids? Wasn't this forced
The
on
new
you?
kids on the block,
Some were
sure.
bought from poor families on Earth or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates.
I don't like
They did
Batarian
such
pirates.
horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
That makes sense.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
You know, part of me thinks that, like, in a standard story, if this wasn't just like a, ooh, let's like I put a little dark piece of color in Jack's background here. If this was a more important piece of the story than it is, or a self-contained story, it would be appropriate that Jack and Aresh, they don't necessarily have to fall in romantic love or anything like that, but it might make sense that they could, you know, help each other. I don't think that's where this is going. I think we're going to kill this poor guy because, you know, it's an optional mission and they can't have something terribly important to Jack's personal development be part of an optional mission.
This place was like a prison. How did you get out?
We all attacked at once as they were taking us to the lab. They would have put us down, but then Jack got loose. When I came to, it was over. The guards, the scientists, and the kids were all dead. And you were gone.
Luckily, I have my own
stopped it.
spaceship.
All of it. Maybe the others did have it bad, but what you're doing is just messed.
Everything we went through must have been worth something.
You mean, you know, they should hug it out.
We can blow up the place, but that still leaves him. What do we do with another you?
That's easy.
Just leave me here. This is where I belong.
Fuck that.
Well, just stare at him for 20 minutes and then say, "No, stop."
Jack, he's trapped in his past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy, and he's never gonna restart this facility. You have to let it go. Your past doesn't have to control you.
The idea that they could help each other
Get
out?
out
No,
of here. Go.
no.
He's
So
not
he's just-
worth chasing. None of it is.
We probably shouldn't have done this mission. So, what, he's just gonna live on a planet full of, like, mutant death plants? We didn't really help this guy at all. Oh, well, fuck it. We got blue dialogue. That's what really matters. Universal karma, folks. Whether you are a good person or a bad person, all comes down to what color your dialogue tree is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This
You
room was
ignored
my
any
whole
chance to
childhood.
really help that
Give me a
guy.
minute to look around.
Ah, fuck. This might trap us again.
Go
but
ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different.
Oh, we do actually have more stuff we can do. Fuckload of Paragon points for what it's... For, you know, it doesn't matter. We're already maxed out. Letting her kill that guy wouldn't have been very nice. I don't even understand the point of the renegade because there's a dialogue option bottom right that says kill him, and then lower left, super renegade, you have to be a renegade to even say this, is do it. What was the difference between those gonna be?
Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here.
Okay. I was thinking it would be pretty hot to do it on your old bed, but maybe that really wouldn't be a good thing for you. Can I talk to Garrus? Hey, it's that, oh, it's a two-way mirror. It's not a one-way mirror. The one-way mirror of Jethro Bodine. He used to knock himself out putting on that,
was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good.
What's the name of the guy, the villain from the Bond movies who had Odd Job, wasn't it? Wasn't he the guy who had the hat made of metal with like a bladed brim? And Jethro would have this metal hat, but he'd put it on too quickly and knock himself unconscious. I completely missed whatever she said too. I'm just thinking with fondness about Beverly Hillbillies as Jack struggles with her horrible past.
I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry.
I used to crawl under my best friend and cry too. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
See the scarring on the wall here? That's where I killed my first man. One of the guards tried to stop me. Instead, I stopped him. Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
The Walla 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 tour. I hope that guy ran away, because otherwise we just murdered him anyway. Man, Shepard just looks bored. Can't say I blame him, really. I didn't even notice. What did her knuckles say? Love, hate, Blues Brothers, Jake Elwood. Bar it up, bar it up. What the hell kind of bomb did they plant? Bar it up, bar it up. Hey, we got... Oh, that's right. We only get one squad point per level now. Fuck. So we still can't really max her ammo out. Well, I mean, we can't get it up to 3 or 4. She has warp ammo. What the hell kind of picture is that? That's kind of bizarre. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at there. But transforms absorb biotic energy into heavier damage against health, armor, and biotic barriers. So yeah, warp ammo is actually one of the best ammo types. But I didn't give it to I didn't give it to my Shepard because my Shepard is of a character class that already had an ammo type, and I didn't want to have 2 ammo types. Actually, I already had 2 ammo types. I didn't want to have 3 ammo types. But honestly, warp ammo is one of the best ammo types because it's strong against pretty much everything, except it doesn't do specially high damage against synthetic enemies, but it does damage against armor. Like it's not especially good against synthetics, but there's not as many synthetics in this game anyway. She's got a new outfit. That would appear to be her old outfit, so that picture is not really a picture of her new outfit, I guess. We got hyper amp. We got some monies. We got some element 0. Let's close the report. In trouble, use LB, little bitch, to bring up weapon wheel and find nearby cover. So I'm not thinking. I think it didn't really matter what other squad member we brought because we didn't have that much combat. What we did have was against the Blood Pack, so in theory, Thane with his like shredder ammo would have been a better choice than Garrus. Garrus, though, did well enough. So we only had one squad member who died during all that, and it was Jack. I don't feel like talking to I was going to talk to Joker.
A new message at your private terminal.
Maybe it's a message from that guy saying, I got out alive, I'm starting that thing back up. A Drell lay in the ocean dying from Keprol syndrome and had a dream. In his dream, the Enkindlers came to him and charted the course of his life. The Drell saw the wakes and eddies and saw that sometimes the Enkindlers swam alongside him, limbs raking the water, while other times he was alone. The Drell saw that the times he was alone were the hardest times of his life. He asked the Enkindlers, why was this one abandoned? The Enkindlers answered, their light shining brightly, you were never abandoned. Those difficult times in your life, it was our bodies that bore you through the water. I looked back. There was only one set of footsteps. That's when Jesus is carrying me. They make fun of all that. I love this game. Drell awoke and found his Keprol syndrome cured. If you follow the light of the Enkindlers, it can happen to you. When the Enkindlers Go, we shall follow, and where the light is in the sun, we shall be the stars around them. Send this message to sick of your acquaintances, and your greatest wish shall come true. Here's something from Chorban. I promise to say, oh, Chorban. Remember Chorban? He was the kind of shady, not the shadiest, but a kind of shady Solarian who was scanning the Keepers in the first game. Rather, we were scanning the Keepers for him. I hope this address still works. I promise to send intel on the Keepers if I found anything. And this is important. See, those scans you took? It turns out the Keepers are bioengineered. Yeah, I thought we knew that. And based on my comparisons to some of the material from Saren's flagship Sovereign, they were engineered millions of years ago by the same people who made Sovereign. Oh. Rather than having been made by the Reapers, it would appear that because the Reapers are an artificial species. So at some point, I don't know that this has really been touched on by the dialogue. Maybe there's been hints here and there. And I'm not spoiling anything, I don't think, by saying this, because if you're thinking through, you have to be wondering at some point where did the Reapers come from, because they are an artificial construct. It doesn't make sense that they evolved naturally. At some point, they must have been built and killed their creators, like the Geth attacked the Quarian. So, I think what this guy's suggesting is that the Keepers were engineered, and rather than having been made by the Reapers, that perhaps made by whoever made the Reapers. You may not understand how important this is, but it's never mind. He's about to explain probably everything I was explaining. You may not understand how important this is, but it suggests that the Citadel wasn't really made by the Protheans. Well, I think we knew that too. It may have been made by something far older, with the Keepers as organic guardians. And what's more, based on my genetic readings, they're supposed to react to something, some signal or something, about every 50,000 years. You can measure genetic variances. It's a bit like comparing rings on a tree to see the drop years. Well, we did know that. That actually Vigil explains to us that the signal gets sent to the Citadel, and that's what pulls the Reapers out of dark space to kill everybody. And that one of the things that the big victory the Protheans had, or somebody had found a way to cut that signal off, and that's why Sovereign, I don't remember now how it all went down. Sovereign needed Saren, and Saren's whole thing with looking for the conduit and all that stuff in the last game was because this process, which was supposed to be self-perpetuating, where the Reapers would show up and kill everybody, had been cut off because the signal that summons the Reapers from dark space wasn't working properly. That had been basically sabotaged. And Sovereign was going to have to... Sovereign, who was apparently like they keep one Reaper hanging around just in case somebody figures this shit out. Sovereign was trying to go manually do this. And I guess he needed to... I don't really remember why he needed to get to Ilos, but... yeah, you can go back and watch my LP, and if you could just read the dialogue on screen and ignore me talking over it, that's probably all explained. Whoever did this, well, the last time the signal went off would be around the time the Protheans disappeared. It's scheduled to go off sometime around now. Oh. So what he's saying is that Sovereign was out there trying to manually activate the signal, but there's still an automated signal that's going to go off. Well, I mean, if you've seen the cover art for the third game, which I think I can fairly mention, since the cover art for the third game is readily available as I play this and as you watch my LP. The cover art for the third game does seem to show, or some of the artwork associated with the third game does seem to show Reapers flying around. So yeah, they are coming back, and apparently this is why. At some point, they just popped back up and was like, hey, didn't we have an alarm set to wake us up? Wasn't Sovereign supposed to wake us up? Well, we overslept, but we're still here to kill you. Whoever did this, well, around the last time the signal went off, around the time the Prothean Spirit scheduled to go off sometime around now. If any of the old text still works, there's no nice surprise waiting for us. Just thought you'd want to know. Nobody here on the Citadel will listen to me. I wish you were allowed to respond to those emails. It seems like we should be able to say something. From Captain Bailey, Seasick. Hey, Shepard. Just wanted to let you know that the Drell kid's doing okay. Everything's taken care of legally, and he's doing some work for me, helping me deal with the frackin' Cylons. Maybe make life better for some of the kids like Mouse. Not perfect, but then what is? Liam, it's short for William. Don't know if your drill and mine are talking. I told him life was too short not to, but I don't know if it took. Good luck out there. Bailey, the frackin' Cylon. He's a frackin' skin job. I am Leslie. I was on a EF. The food made me sick. The doctors are helping me now. Oh, it's one of the retarded sex slaves. One doctor knows Jacob. He says he can tell you this. He could write this for me, but I want to do it. I need to use my words. My words are coming back. I can talk well. Reading is hard, but I'm getting better. I know people who don't write as well as this chick does. I have to get better. Taylor wanted me like this. He wanted my words gone. I have to show him that he lost. I am not weak. He did things to me, and he can't now. He can't take away my words. He can't make me not me anymore, because you and Jacob stopped him. Thank you, Leslie, the retarded sex... I'm sorry, that's not nice. But what a fucking ridiculous storyline. Jacob's estranged father used magical evil food to turn women into sex slaves. Film at 11. Well, we got a new, oh, those are the things we've already bought. We did get some new research thingy that we found, didn't we? Biotic damage, yeah. Alright, so that is a good use of that element 0 we found. It's not just for retraining powers. We need another heavy skin weave upgrade to unlock. There might be one that was for sale back on Ilium, but I thought we bought that. I thought that's the one that we actually already have. I don't like forcing these talks, Shepard. Sorry, my dad had retarded sex slaves.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime. There's always something, right?
I could use some downtime. Usually our conversations last about 40 seconds.
Relax on this kind of job.
Ship needs a bar. Maybe with some drinks that make the girls have subhuman intelligence. Hey, I know your family's into that.
No kidding. The next Normandy gets a lounge.
They better not need to do this again. Rebuilding everything was a pain in the ass.
I can verify that.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll front the money to stitch me back together if we screw it up.
Well, we could always whore out retarded women.
Being the good guys.
Who became retarded because we gave them special food. Oh man, tell me if I'm out of line, but you know, it's a horrible thing on the surface. Like, I shouldn't be making fun of it, but it's so ridiculous the way they set it up. It's like the objectification and monetization of women is not appropriate topic for humor. It's like, well, yeah, but they gave them magical space food to make them dumb. It usually is pretty tough being the good guy, Jacob. Your dad wasn't very good at it, for example.
Wouldn't be the high road if it was easy.
You've got to figure, if all the people hoping we win stood up, the collectors would have a much bigger fight on their hands. Claws, whatever. I bet we have a lot more friends once we win. Hope we live to see it.
Hey, look, I won the first game. I still don't have any
I need to get back
friends.
to work. Good talking to you.
I needed some downtime, and by downtime I meant about 40 seconds. It's like, I bet we have more friends after we're like, what he's getting at is that, man, you know, everyone's gonna let us do the tough job, and then they'll jump in at the end. But we fucking saved the universe from fucking Sovereign, and Shepard still, well, in fairness, everyone thought he was dead, and I guess he was dead. But no, he's really not getting any help from the Council on any of this shit, is he? I don't really know what I'm doing up here, other than the fact that with a couple of minutes left in the video, there's no point starting another mission. When squad members become loyal, they gain unique individual powers. Ooh. Special powers. They give themselves special powers. That seems like a good idea. If I had the ability to give myself special powers, I'd probably do that, you know? Probably do that without a whole lot of restraints. Be like, yeah, you know what? I feel like having the power to read minds today. Let me give myself that power. No, I don't want to talk to Jesus. We did his mission fairly recently. Did we talk with him after?
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going?
Says, Jack!
It is difficult.
Are you alright,
All things
Jack?
worth keeping on.
Jack!
I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
No kidding.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser gun,
The one that I'm flashing back to now.
skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her.
Yeah, I figured.
She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
She routinely identified targeting lasers. I mean, she saw so many targeting lasers in her time. Didn't even hesitate for a minute wondering what it was. She was just like, oh, targeting laser, I better jump in the way.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I shot
I
spot
had
at
to
her.
meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me.
And I was
felt
endowed, so she
before.
married me.
Begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
Like I said, sperm gun.
I guess she impressed you.
Well,
She
yeah.
woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met?
Maybe
I thought
someone
she
gave
was
her
the goddess
potato food.
Urashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
Alright, you're a weirdo, but...
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
He who? Undertaker. You know, Thane's actually a pretty cool character. I mean, they're obviously trying so hard to make him so cool and interesting that I'm like, you know, it's my nature to, when I know they're trying really hard to make someone so cool and slick, I like have an ingrained need to, like, you know, be a hater. But Thane's actually pretty cool if you give him a fair shake. You know, he's like, oh, it's a secret assassin slinking around, but he's just got a tortured soul. He's a good guy underneath. But, you know, at the end of the day, they actually execute it fairly well.
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were
I
afraid
don't like
of
the
me,
Shadow Broker.
so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Go
Woke me
on.
up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
This is one of those, I'm... Oh, man. Bobo in Fallout 3. I'm not always gonna do whatever seems to be the goody two-shoes path. I'm gonna do what makes sense. I'm kind of wishing I let myself do that here, but I kind of committed to being all Paragon, because in this case, I wouldn't tell your son that. That's a little bit obnoxious. I'm not sure why that's the middle road and not the Renegade. I would have too, but that's pretty understandable. But your body did, not your soul. Now you're like fucking buying into his religion, and we have no reason to believe that Shepard actually follow. He could respect Thane's religion. He doesn't actually follow it. Come on, this is just fucking pandering here.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
Okay, never mind.
But I
See,
never
now his
trust
words
Hunter.
don't match the goofy
And
response
the only
that
lives
I
I've ever
picked.
taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife. I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe you should talk to your kid about her.
Thane, the worst thing is to
Alright,
face
keep
death
out
with
the sex
regrets.
stuff, but...
You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side.
You could use
It's a
them for
work in
shields.
progress.
Anyway, I guess that's it for us forever. And again, if you're FemShep, you can totally get this lizard man inside of you if that's what you're into. And some of these...
Thank you, Commander. Rupert put the new supplies to good use.
Sweet. I'm glad you appreciate it, soldier, because it took like an entire frickin' video. Must have been a decent chunk of a previous video looking forward to.
Shepard, need me for something?
Yeah, you cool with that whole not murdering that guy thing?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some
I
calibration.
guess you don't give a shit.
Talk to you later, Garrus.
I'll be here if you need me.
But not if you need me to talk to you. That's just not gonna happen, Shepard. Give it up. Give it up, give it up, give it up. No! Anyway, alright, so that seems like a good place to end the video. This vague intention that I'm gonna get up at a decent hour tomorrow so I can get some studying in before I have a social engagement. But I feel like playing this game. I haven't played this game in a while. So when we come back, folks, that doesn't make a difference to you either way. There'll be another video. But yeah, when we come back, I'm thinking Miranda. We'll do her mission next. I'll have to see if that makes sense. I think we're pretty much out of loyalty missions that are not connected to. I think I was putting off doing Miranda's because I figured that would segue nicely into Lair of the Shadow Broker, since they both launch from Ilium. But I'm also thinking that I was gonna do those little anomaly missions before I start doing the DLC. So fuck it, whatever. All right, next time we'll be doing a mission. I'll off screen get us back to the nav room, and I'll join you then, and we'll figure out where we're going. Serious GG signing off. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.